Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Fallout New Vegas, Old World Blues on the Mysterious JG. Last time, I think things had gotten fairly successful in that we finished up with, one of the X Factors. You know, you're dealing with the X Factor. We dealt with Project X-13, the basic infiltration test, and, we did the advanced tests as well. So we're pretty much completely done with that location and ready to move on to X2 Strange Transmissions. I think it might be fun, though, to take a little side trip and do some of the other quests before we finish that, because that is the third and final of the initial quests, although I have a sneaking suspicion there is going to be more that needs to be done. I also spent a lot of time trying to get our ammo supplies straight. I'm not at all confident that I did that efficiently, and that I didn't do more harm than good by trading in as much as possible of the ammo I wasn't using to make ammo that I would be using. Because, you know, if you get to a point where you're trading in like 3 good shots of ammo for each shot, you know, like I've got other guns I could be using. I don't know. I think you understand what I'm trying to get at, which is that maybe, just maybe, it wasn't wise to use some of the ammo up in the way that we did. But at the end of the day, the thing that I am increasing the level of as we go is the as we go along, I'm trying to increase the damage or my skill with energy weapons. And we've got plenty of ammo for the sonic emitter. And while it's not the most powerful weapon ever, and my energy weapon skill is not one of my highest skills, it's the thing that as I level up now, I'm pouring my points into. So we'll see. What I'm getting at is that if it comes down to it and we have to use energy weapons, it shouldn't be, we shouldn't be as bad as that as we were when we got to this DLC. So what I had always heard is that the most frustratingly difficult DLCs combat-wise were Dead Money, which we already did, and I think we did okay there, and this one are the two most difficult combat-wise. And while I've heard people say that they liked the last DLC, Lonesome Road, and enjoyed it, I hadn't really heard a lot one way or another about the combat being terribly difficult. So I'm thinking that maybe we'll do okay with the combat. Now, okay. We've got kind of an unusually shaped map here, and there are little corners of the world that we haven't visited, but it looks like we can get something down here, and the best way to get there might be to travel to Higgs Village and try to take that path. Because even though it might be really unwise, I don't know what happens when we get the third quest item those brains are looking for. Maybe that's the key to really unlocking more access to good ammo and stuff. But for now, I'm going to try to, in which case doing these side quests would be much easier after that. But I'm going to try to make my way in an easterly direction here on a path that will take us towards that objective. Now, there were a lot of enemies around here when I discovered it, and then we backed off. Super Ego. I don't know that I've got the perk that lets you shut down robots.
Time to fight.
Or do I have that perk? I know that I was using that skill in that last mission, but I think that was... You probably... I mean, it was your whole point. I think anybody gets it there. Confirmed bachelor. Oh, JG, you idiot. Intelligence implant. I'm just hoping I'll recognize it if I see the icon for it. Okay, I do have the ability to shut down robots. I may not have the ability to sneak up on this one.
Bad guys dealt with.
Its intelligence may be too high. Or its perception may be too high.
Ready, steady, fighty. Fighting over.
There you are. Were you trying to hide from me?
Ready,
Okay, so I can't,
Fighting.
don't seem to be able to sneak up on this one. I don't know if this is some kind of unique enemy or just a different local version of the, I don't remember the name of the ones with the real human brains in them.
Fighting over.
Gave a decent amount of experience, though. Yeah, I was hoping to put it in that permanent shutdown state they talk about, but couldn't sneak up on it. It comes with a sterilizer glove with critical heat damage. Critical beatdown. Perimeter warning? Oh. So this is the southern end of the world here. Okay, that's what those represent. Alright, so let's stick with this way. Okay, I get it. But yeah, if you go outside the perimeter, you die. Don't feel any particular need to showcase that. I don't feel like that's going to be a super exciting, visually different new death. I think you just kind of die similar to the way you would radiation, which we've seen plenty of times over the course of this. It's a Nintendog! Finally, I get a chance to say it. I realized I was telling Bobo this. He even commented, the little sneaky little muppet, that I had the phrase Nintendog stuck in my head over the holidays, and
Ready,
that was not even
steady,
that close.
fighty.
I had the phrase Nintendog stuck in my head as he was pulling out and using the Wii U for the first time, and yet, while fighting all these robotic dogs in this game, I never used the
Was
phrase.
that all?
Can't run. Oh, hell no, Nintendog.
Ready, steady, fighty.
One in 3 chance. I don't have enough bullets to be wasting them on a 1 in 3 chance of hitting. Has he actually detected me? It was still in caution. I mean, he was doing a pretty good job of zeroing in on me, considering he didn't know where I was.
Bad guys dealt with.
Yeah, with a sniper rifle, it's sometimes better to just line them up on your own. But as you can see, they were worth significantly less experience than that Super Ego. The oddly named Super Ego. Is it worth coming down here to see what's in these things? Probably not. Alright, get out of here, get out of here. Police dogs, the police knots. Okay. There is something that looks like it should be interactable, but is not. I will search the police dog corpses if I come across them. I am not going to go out of my way to discover anything, though. I mean, like, I'm not going to... Oh, you know, they're grouped. Those other two are grouped together. I probably should go check them out, but, you know, I'm not going to find hugely useful things on them. So, there's more enemies ahead somewhere, thanks to my perception. I can tell. There is an elevator. There are filing cabinets. There is Nuka-Cola, and somewhere in here is a personality module. And this, frankly, is the side quest I should have looked up first, because it's going to unlock stuff back at my headquarters, big MT whatever, that's going to help me out. The think tank, or I can never remember what that that base in the center is. It's not called think tank, I don't believe. It's the oh, it is just the sink. The think tank is the main base. The sink is the little part where I kind of chill out.
Uh-oh.
And I got detected like right off the bat. These medical robots have not been that devastating. As soon as I say that, they start busting out the plasma weapons. Dr. Orderly MD, PhD, DDS. Oh, it's Dr. Isaac Yankum, DDS. Well, what I might try to do for ammo preservation here is break out the old melee weapon. So there goes Dr. Isaac Yankum. Now these guys are going to try to shoot me from a distance. I don't really favor that. There's not much I can do about it. And he's got a Valence Rayade Accentuator, which is the thing I'm wearing on my head. So I can finally repair that up some. For free. Oh, although you can also repair them with eyeglasses, so there's no actual reason to use another one of the... Wait, is it the same thing? Maybe it isn't. That's right, I noticed earlier that these were the same thing, and... So it is the same. Now I've just got two of them, and I had completely failed to notice that I could improve this one, although damage reduction is not the main reason to grab one of these. It's the HP yeah, it's the gradual healing. I didn't understand any of that. Sorry, Mr. Orderly. Mr. Orderly, I just defeated the doctor, so I'm afraid that you're going to need an appointment to be killed by me. Get away from this flamethrower for a brief moment of respite. Now I can kill you, Mr. Orderly. Yeah, energy weapons are my weakest skill, followed by hand-to-hand. But yeah, I'm basically, at this point, despite the difficulty I'm having, I should be really good at everything. Already beaten the main game several times over, frankly, although... in any given save slot, you're thinking like you've beaten the game, or you're ready to beat the game once. But yeah, at this point, just this is the point in any game where they're having to come up with enemies that are way more difficult than the stuff that was in the main game before it can challenge you. And you know, they'll do that sometimes. So this would appear to be a holotape. Autodoc, cosmetic enhancements. Egg timer, I think is probably important in certain recipes. Scrap electronics I haven't been bothering with too much. So that item I just got is probably the main reason you come here. But we'll take a quick look around just in case there's more good stuff. For example, auto dock. Because it seems like I'd gotten a upgrade for the auto dock without getting the auto dock itself to work earlier, which is annoying. This looks like some kind of important plot stuff, and it isn't. It appeared to be a fairly small little area, which is, you know, I hate to say it, but now that I've started playing Fallout 4, not recording it, just playing it, I'm enjoying this game. I certainly feel like I got my money's worth on the main game. Some of the DLCs, it's kind of like, well, you know, it's your own fault if you get a DLC for a game that you haven't 100% of the game itself yet. But some of the DLCs, you're like, I could probably have gotten a lot of fun out of the game without getting this DLC over that DLC or whatever. But I've now been playing so much Fallout New Vegas, I'm kind of ready for it to be over. Even I'm still enjoying it, but I'm like, you get to a little place like this, like, yeah, if there's cool new story stuff, great. I don't need another one more random dungeon of this tile set to explore, you know. I've gotten very impatient. I've always been impatient about reading those logs on the monitors. Now here's an interesting thing. You can come to this area, of course, without getting the ability to blast through that door yet. So maybe there's cool shit on the other side of this. There's a sterilizer glove.
Ready, steady,
There is the
fighty.
oh, lobotomites have emerged. And I probably shouldn't actually be fighting them with this weapon. I probably should switch back to a gun, but now I'm kind of in the middle of it. Although this one's trying to short range me,
This
so
will keep you on your feet.
thanks, buddy. So I'm actually doing a pretty shit job here. So I've gotten a bit better with this gun. There was another one out there. There he is. I'm actually, generally speaking, quite pleased to see lobotomites now because
Injecting stim pack.
there's a chance I'll actually get my hands on some ammo.
Does that feel better?
It does, thank you. I kind of like having this talking suit of clothing. Probably get old after a while, but for now I'm still enjoying it.
That's all.
So what kind of ammo have you got? It doesn't really matter. Whatever it is, I can convert it to something better. And I'll be glad you dropped it. I'll be overburdened again. I really gotta, yeah, I guess I gotta stop carrying around so much different type of stuff. So I will repair together the stuff I've been picking up. Saturnite Fist, that's a different one. Increased attack speed. I'm almost out of carrying capacity, so in a weird way, I hope there's not that much loot in here. That's a strange way to think, but you find yourself thinking that way. I could sleep in this cell. What could possibly go wrong? Nothing. Actually, what could have gone wrong is that I could have woken up with the cell door locked behind me and been trapped. Patient log Y10, Y17.0, not Y10. I don't know why I read it as Y10, but whatever.
This is Christine Royce, Knight of the Brotherhood of Steel, the Circle. Not going to make it through this. Hope someone finds this message.
Okay, it's Christine.
Gets it to the Brotherhood in the West. Tracked a rogue Brotherhood elder, Elijah, here to the Big Empty. Place is more than it seems. There's a crater hidden deep inside. Junkyard of pre-war labs scattered across the crater's surface, all still running, like this one. Elijah's dissecting these centers, one by one. Tracked him to an old Chinese-American internment camp. Survivors, ghouls, have bomb collars. Robots moved in when I tried to intercept him. Elijah sent the camp ghouls against us both, like walking bombs. Got hit by the explosions, woke up here. Guess the medical robots were programmed to bring wounded victims from the camp to this center. Some kind of autodoc prototype lab, manned by corpses trapped inside suits that keep them moving. No idea why. Not sure how long I'm going to last. Cut open my head like a lot of the humans I've seen here. Feel strange. Can talk, but can't hack the term.
So that was
Wait,
an
explosion outside. Someone's here. Someone...
Alright, well there you go. So I wonder how the dialogue would have been affected if we'd done them out of order. Now, the DLCs were clearly made with references to each other because, and I would imagine a lot of people who bought one DLC bought all four. Like, the percentage of people who bought, of the people, the subset of people who bought any DLC, I would say most people who bought one DLC probably bought all of them. I don't know that. I have no stats on that. It just would make sense. But there's a lot of stuff with one DLC referring to another in order to encourage that sort of thing. And definitely there were some references to... We've got Father Elijah, who was the villain of Dead Money. And that was Christine, who we know that he'd been messing around performing human experiments on her, trying to give her someone else's voice in order to crack the, you know, get into the vault, or the vault. Not like a vault, like a Fallout shelter, but basically the treasure vault of the casino. And he had that whole thing going on with that, the whole subplot. Yeah, so apparently he was up to no good around here, go figure, and this is he caught her trying to stop him from stealing the technologies of this place. I can't fast travel when enemies are nearby.
Big Mountain, I, Dr. Mobius, will soon control you and all of science.
Okay. What enemies are preventing me from fast traveling? I was showing off about how much attention I was paying to the story more recently than before, but yeah. So the chick that had been we found whose head had been shaved and had been carved up in that other DLC. Okay. Should not be using this gun on those guys. It does not do enough damage. I am not good with energy weapons, and it is not a strong energy weapon. Alright. Let's try the inversal axe. That seems to work pretty well on these guys, who are partly robotized. My head just got crippled though, so maybe it's not working that well. Alright, Mr. Ego. Or no, you're just a robo-brain. So that other guy was special and fancy. I didn't mean to switch that way. I meant to do... whatever. It's fine.
I bet no one has ever been as unnoticed as me.
Leave the fission battery behind. I'm still in caution.
Cessation of hostilities complete.
Still in caution mode here, but... So, all I gotta do is get back to the sink, and I will be able to rest, which will grow my head back. Dog meat can be used to make dog steaks, which are good, so I will grab the dog meat. The dog's meat, have you seen it? I can't grab all the dog meat, though. What can I leave behind that has a weight of 1? Probably actually get less use out of blood pack than I would dog meat. So I will give this dead dog 2 blood packs before I depart. And I will ignore those other dogs because I don't want to face the fact that I have no room to carry whatever I would be able to loot from them. There's an enemy over here I can detect. It may be what's preventing me from running. Fast traveling, rather.
This one looks pretty tough.
Yeah, it's just another military dog. Not worried about him.
That's all.
But now there's another challenge to unlock, of course. And now I'm another pound over. What can I drop? What can I drop? This is silly. Just put back the 2 dog meats that put you over, and try to get out of here. Try to get back into a range from which I can fast travel. And this whole area here should be someplace that I pretty much cleared out already. And we're getting to the point where there's not a whole lot of point in fast traveling because I'm getting pretty close to the think tank. Right?
Rant. See how I abstract my rage, think tank? I hold you in such disdain, I generalize my hatred for you.
Yeah, I see you. I'm trying to kill you. Ah, fuck. Night Stalker's so much more dangerous than the damned military dogs.
Bad guys dealt with.
I don't feel like collecting any of this. I feel like getting out of here before I die. Will that happen? Can I inch far enough?
Keep you on your feet.
Thank you. Something found me though. Probably a Night Stalker since I can't see it.
Fight.
Yep. Oh Jesus, 2 of them. These are the biggest issue that I've got, and I don't know when the last time I saved. I guess it would have been the last time I came out of a building. But sometimes I just start firing right over their heads or something. I guess that time I got him, though.
Injecting impact.
Now I got a perimeter warning. And a bunch of ammo wasted. This is not wasted, but... God, it takes so much to kill those assholes. Thanks, Dr. Boros. Where is it? Something else has found me.
Ready, steady, fighty.
Yeah, I need another stim pack already. Oh, I'm just gonna be glad to get out of whatever current mess I'm in. It's... Oh, it's a lobotomite. Never mind. Okay, that's not really that... Not really that worried about lobotomite. Thanks for bringing me the free weapon to repair my weapon with. Oh, and good. The other thing that's running up to me is also a lobotomite. He also appears to be one who favors melee. Ooh, he's got a shish kebab. Which is a good thing now. Shish kebab might be my weapon of...
Guys dealt with.
Might be my new weapon of choice against the little, Night Stalker guys. Although they weren't all that, they didn't seem to be all that bothered about, fire before when I used the heavy incinerator on them. Oh, I got Nuka-Colas taking up the inventory space. Drink them rapid fire, the way I used to criticize Bobo for doing.